What's up you guys, I'm back with another video, and in today's video we're going to talk about 5 ultimate coding projects that every aspiring software engineer needs to have in their portfolio. So let's get started. In my last video I spoke about the importance of projects and why you should build projects in your college. These projects not just showcase your skills but also helps you learn a lot of new skills, right? So the 5 projects that I'm going to tell you about are listed in the increasing order of complexity. So if you're a beginner, you will start with the first project, and then as you grow and become more experienced, you will climb towards the second, third, fourth and the 5th project. And rest assured, know that if you have completed these 5 projects, you are fully capable of being a software engineer and working for any company in the world or for building your own startup. So without further ado, let's just get right into the list. So first project that I recommend everyone make is a simple personal website. So you can build a simple HTML page and add your styles to it, add your personality to it, go wild with your designs, and definitely try to make it responsive so that it looks good both on a big screen like a desktop or a laptop and on mobile devices. This will help you to learn HTML, CSS and the principles of responsive web design. So for example, I can show you my personal website that I built in college. That was the first website I ever built. It's a simple website. It has my name on it. It talks about things I like. It shows all my links: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, GitHub, LinkedIn. And if you scroll down, you will go to a simple bio. You will see this guy who's looking up at the stars. And if you scroll up, you will see a sky full of stars which are shining. So that is the simple concept that I thought would look good, and that's how I came up with my personal website. Maybe I should update my personal website and make a video about it. So if you guys would like that, let me know in the comments down below and we can definitely make that video happen. So that was my personal website, and I recommend you guys go wild with your designs. Let your website show who you are, your personality and what you like and stuff like that. So once you've built your personal website, you can have a portfolio section, and the projects that you build next will come under this portfolio section. So the second project that I would recommend is a simple React based app. So what you'll do is you'll take your HTML, CSS knowledge, add JavaScript to it to build some dynamic user interfaces. I would highly recommend you use something like React, but you could also go the vanilla JavaScript route, which will also help you learn a lot of things about web technologies and how the browser works and stuff like that. But in today's day and age, React has become so common that web apps are rarely built with vanilla JavaScript. Although vanilla JavaScript has a lot of knowledge for you to learn, most likely you will be working on some framework like React. With React, you can build some web app, some simple web app where you're just building the front end and the back end can be some public API. So one example that I can show you for this project is a COVID website. So a lot of people have built their own versions of COVID tracking websites where there are these public APIs and data sets available that will give you the latest data. All you have to do is fetch the data from these APIs and display it in your web app, right? For example, I like this website called covid19india.org. It has some really great visualization. So if you see the map of India, you can see that there's a density map which shows the effect of COVID in various parts of the country. And this is a very good dynamic website. It shows live stats. As you can see here, this website is built using React, but it's not using Redux. So it's a simple React app. Okay, let's dig in a little deeper and check the console. Okay, so what I'm seeing is this person is loading some workbox, which is a service worker. So looks like this is a progressive web app. I'm impressed. As you can see, this is a responsive website. As you go to mobile devices, the table and the font size changes and the sidebar is gone. So it also has a dark mode and you can switch between them. So I think this is a great example for a web app that you can build with React. And I can share one more resource with you. There's a repository called Public APIs, and it has a collection of all the free APIs that you can use with different kind of data, right? So whatever data you want, you can find from this list and use those APIs and build the web app that you like. I think building a dynamic web app like that will really stretch you, and it'll definitely be challenging, but there's nothing that you can't do. While building the web app, if you come up with any difficulties, any doubt, you can come down and comment on the video, or the best way is to connect with me on Instagram and DM me your doubts. I'll be happy to help you clear your doubts and overcome your challenges that you face while developing. So definitely connect with me on Instagram. And moving on, the third project that I would recommend for you is also a web app, but the difference is that this time you will have a backend and you will not be using some public APIs. So I wouldn't ask you to directly go and build your own backend solution with a database. The third project, you're going to use a managed database and a managed backend, something like a Firebase. Firebase provides a bunch of utilities. It provides you a database, it provides you authentication backend. Firebase is an amazing product by Google and it provides you a bunch of services for free. So definitely use Firebase in your next project. What I would recommend is build anything that you really like. For example, if you really like Twitter, build a clone of Twitter. If you really like YouTube, build a YouTube clone. Just try to clone it and try to replicate the features as many as you can. You don't have to build a complete web app, right? You're not trying to replace Twitter, but you're trying to build your own version of it, wherein you will learn how the feed is working, how the profile card is designed, how the routing takes place between different pages. So definitely you will build a web app which will be a clone of your favorite website, and you will use Firebase as a backend. Alright, so the fourth project that I recommend will take the previous project and move it up a notch. Initially, for all your data needs, you used Firebase as the backend. Now you will build your own backend system with its own database and its own server. For this, you will have to choose a backend technology or backend framework. If you know Python, then I would definitely recommend you can get started with Flask or Django. Either of them are very solid choices and are very widely used by different companies around the world. So Flask or Django for the backend. And if you don't know Python, you just want to build it using JavaScript, you can definitely go ahead and build your backend with Node.js and Express. Express is a simple framework that will help you to set up your backend APIs. And for your database, you can use something like a MySQL or SQLite or Postgres. Postgres is my personal favorite, but it's up to you. You can choose whatever database you like, and you will build your own simple backend. You will have a simple database, a few tables. For example, if you built a Twitter, you will have your user table, tweets table, followers table to contain mapping between who's following who and stuff like that. So building a backend is going to be more challenging, but this will help you to become a solid full stack developer. It will take you a long way in your career, right? And as I said, if you have any questions and any challenges, you can leave them in the comments or connect with me on Instagram. I'll be happy to help you through this journey of becoming a software engineer. Alright, so finally, once you build all these 4 projects, you will have solid knowledge about software and how you build software products. So for your 5th project, you will build a real product. Alright, so you will build either a mobile app or a web app or even a game. You can build a game using the latest web APIs in HTML and JavaScript, or you can go and build a game using Unity. And Unity is a great software for learning game development and building games, and you can get started with it for free. If you want to build a game, go with Unity. If you want to build a mobile app, you can go with something like React Native or Flutter. So you will build a mobile app, a real product where whatever it is, right, go wild with your ideas. You can build something as simple as a to-do list to as complicated as a social network or a dating app. You know, whatever it is, your 5th project needs to be a real project that you will give your heart and soul. It will take a few months for you to build it, but in the end, it will definitely be worth it. You will learn a shit ton of things while building this project. Once you have all these skills and these projects in your portfolio, any company in the world is going to be happy to hire you. You can become a software engineer wherever you like and get a really well-paid, well-respected job. So those are the 5 projects that I recommend you build as an aspiring software engineer. And if you've built these 5 projects, I guarantee that you are fully ready to become a software engineer, and you will definitely be able to find a great job, and you will be able to build any product, any software that you want. And while building these 5 projects, you will learn so many different technologies that you will learn how to learn, right? That's the most valuable skill. You need to learn how to learn new technologies. For example, if today I want to take up something new, something that I haven't done before, like Golang, for example, right? I will be able to take it up and start doing things, start building things with it with a very short span of time. And that is the most valuable skill for any software engineer. Alright, so that's it about this video. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up button and definitely subscribe to my channel for more. And well, that's it. Thanks for watching.